Greetings, I'm Teek, and this is the show where I go over things that were of interest to me in the last week. Fortunately, I have a great many interests, so there's probably something for you here too. We all loved the last time Jared Leto played a comic book villain, right? Well, whether you did or didn't, he's at it again. This week, Sony dropped the first trailer for Morbius, the Spider-Man anti-hero that isn't a vampire, he just has nearly every trait of one. It looks cool enough, but what's more interesting is a certain reveal at the end of the trailer. Yes, it seems that Michael Keaton's Vulture is out of prison and now working to thread together Sony's Spider-Man movie villain-verse. Could this all be leading up to something sinister? On the other side of the comic book aisle, Warner Bros. Has greenlit a follow-up to Aquaman, but not in the way you might think. Produced by James Wan, Aquaman King of Atlantis will be a kid-oriented animated miniseries for HBO Max, HBO's upcoming dedicated streaming service. The series will consist of 3 standalone episodes detailing Aquaman's first days as King of Atlantis. Moving over to video games, Capcom gave us a better look at the big bad Nemesis for the upcoming Resident Evil 3 remake. It looks like old Nemi can still pop up at inopportune moments, this time adding a flamethrower to his arsenal. We also got a good look at the redesigned hunters and a slew of recreated areas that'll be familiar to those who've played the original game. Speaking of remakes, bad news if you were looking forward to playing Final Fantasy VII this winter. Square Enix announced that the team needs a little bit more time to polish the game, thus the release date has been pushed back to April 10th, 1 week after the release of Resident Evil 3 and 1 week before the release of Cyberpunk 2077. Criminy, that is going to be a stacked month. Can't anything be done to ease up on these releases in April? Oh yeah, that'll do it. 2 days after Final Fantasy VII's delay was announced, CD Projekt Red announced that Cyberpunk 2077 also needed some additional development time, moving the release date from April 16th to September 17th. Normally this would be cause for frustration, but in this case I'm kind of glad to be able to space these releases out a bit. And finally in gaming news, a big announcement for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's right, a Cuphead costume is on the way for the Mii Gunner, and it looks great. Along with Cuphead, other new costumes include Altair's Sword Fighter, Rabbids hats, and Mega Man X and Mega Man.exe. Oh, and I guess another Fire Emblem character was announced as a new DLC fighter. Byleth is the player character for Fire Emblem 3 Houses, and interestingly, Nintendo was able to predict the exact reaction the fanbase would have to the announcement.
I see. Too many swordsmen, are there?
But if you're not super thrilled about the inclusion of Byleth, good news. The next set of DLC will include not 5, but 6 additional fighters, which kinda makes you wonder if Byleth was really planned to be the next fighter from the start. Nevertheless, we'll have 6 new fighters to look forward to over the next 2 years, so the Smash Bros. Character reveals won't be stopping anytime soon. For releases that are a bit closer, hitting theaters this week is The Gentleman. Guy Ritchie is back doing what Guy Ritchie is best at, making stylish and star-studded London crime movies. Does he still have what it takes, or will Snatch remain his crowning achievement? Can't wait to find out. Next up, we have The Turning. The new nanny gets more than she bargained for when... Oh, hell no! No. Over in television, Avenue 5 premieres on HBO this week, featuring Hugh Laurie as a space cruise ship captain that has to manage technical difficulties and possibly mentally damaged co-workers. On the CW, the crisis may be over, but the legends continue as Legends of Tomorrow come back with a 5th season of whatever that is that they bring. And for more goofy adventures, October Factions on Netflix features a family of monster hunters doing monster huntery things, so that's cool. Also on Netflix, Sabrina is back for a 3rd season of chilling adventures, literally raising hell with wanton disregard for the consequences. Of course, the big premiere this week is Star Trek Picard. Get ready to renew that CBS All Access subscription because Jean-Luc is ready to set out on a new adventure. But really, let's face it, we'd all be just as happy if it was just about Picard hanging out with all the rest of his retired friends on the lake. Over in video games, releasing on Steam this week is That Lava Escape Game, a neat-looking, if simple-looking, co-op puzzle platformer. Drocknoid puts a cool twist on the classic game, replacing the traditional paddle with the ability to draw your own rebounding platform. Super Kickers is a kinda cute-looking soccer game, flush with silly-looking special abilities and hazards to spice things up. Utaware Rumono, Mask of Deception, and Mask of Truth are PC ports of the PS3 originals. The games represent the second and third chapters of the tactical RPG/visual novel series. Tani Nani is a sweet little puzzle game about getting two pink blob things together through a series of movable tiles. Dungeon Origins is a cool-looking dungeon building game that has you laying out monsters and traps to fell those pesky adventurers. And if you're looking for a tower defense game but don't really feel like being able to see what's happening on the screen, IMM Defense 2 might just be the game for you. Over on the Epic Game Store, this week's free game is Horus, which looks to be like a lot of games in one. And that leaves us with this week's awesome video, an interesting series of observations from Loxton about Samus's more shoujo-ish traits.
But you can't just go around classifying games like Metroid as magical girl games. Metroid is sci-fi, not fantasy. Well, that's debatable.
That's everything for this week, so what characters are you still hoping for out of the next 6 Smash spots? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and maybe give me a like if you think I deserved it. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a great week.